Greetings, peace, and love. This is Sister Otay of a Georgia Green Project. I want to first off apologize for not being able to share my live face, having a few technical difficulties, but I didn't want to wait any longer to get this video out to you all. This video is an orientation video for the 2026 Soul Sisters and Soul Brothers cohort members. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening this year and what it means for you to be a soul sister and or soul brother. First of all, um, soul sisters and soul brothers receive one-on-one coaching, garden coaching from me. That consists of one monthly virtual planning call and one site visit. If you are not in the 810 zip code, your site visits will be virtual. Okay. Um, it is a bartered agreement between us, between you and a Georgia Green Project. And what that agreement is, I will be providing the coaching, making myself available for those appointments that you schedule with the reasonable, cancellation time. I will also keep whatever commitments I make with you at the time that we have our coaching appointments. Your commitment is going to be to keep those twice a month appointments and to be prepared for me to take images of the garden. I will, every time I come on site, I will be taking videos and or still photos. If you're not in the 810 zip code every month, I will be asking you to send me update videos. I'll tell you what it is I need the actual images of when we have our meeting for those who are out of that are not in 810 zip code. Um, I'm going to go over the registration form with you because I need the registration form to prove that I am in fact working, even if I'm not collecting fees from individuals. So that's why I'm going to need the registration form and some of the demographic information of the registration form. I just need it for, my business purposes. All right, so let me see what else I want to tell you about that. All right, so there is a process and a system for those who are new. The system is every single person schedules and has a complimentary consultation. When I say every single person, that means even if I had coached you before, you start every season with your complimentary consultation. So if you have not done that, that needs to happen by March the 31st. Immediately following the consultation, or really when I send this video, when you get the orientation video, it will include links for you to schedule additional appointments. Okay. The first two appointments that you need to schedule after your consultation are a virtual planning meeting. So I misspoke with someone and told you I was coming to your house next. That's not what's next. It's the consultation. And then if we decide we're even going to work together, then it's a virtual planning. And then you also need to schedule your site assessment or my first site visit. If you're in 810, I will be coming to your literal growth site. If you're not in 810 zip code is what I'm quoting, then we will do that site assessment virtually. Okay. So I want to also say, so that's going to happen. That needs to happen right away. Your site assessment and your virtual planning appointments need to happen by the end of April. That needs to happen by the end of April because whatever we're going to be doing, it needs to be happening no later than May. So that if you find dates and you have availability in March, that's even better. Okay, one more time. You should have, and if you have not, you will schedule your virtual consultation. You will schedule your virtual planning, and you will schedule your site assessment. I'm going to show you some information to make that more clear in just a moment. Also, after you have done those, I'm going to strongly encourage you to schedule your monthly and your site assessment visits throughout the growth season in advance for two reasons. The number one reason, and I'll show you this also on the registration form, if you miss 2 days, I had to change it to two because we have less visits in the month. If you miss 2 dates, two appointments, like a no-show, no call, then we'll have to cancel the barter agreement because I have to be able to talk to you and do the site visit in order for you to meet your end of the barter agreement. Now, if you schedule ahead and something comes up and you want to reschedule and there's no times available, you text me, you email me, you call me. If you already have something on the books and you need to change it and there's no times available. Now, if it's coming up time for you to have your July meeting and you had not scheduled in advance and now there's no more dates in July, I'm not going to be able to help you with that. I won't be able to support that because I'm giving you an opportunity to choose your dates and times now, right? At your convenience. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say about that. So let me share two things because this is going to be, I'm trying to keep it as brief as possible. I'm going to share the application. Simple. Simple little registration form. You're just gonna look, doesn't even no, that's it. Put your email in there, your first and your last name. There's one household. I need each of you, the husband and the wife, or the man and the woman, because I'm not sure how people are identifying these days. Each of you needs to complete a separate form. Okay. The zip code where you will be growing, which is not necessarily the zip code where you reside. I need both of those zip codes. If they're the same, put the same number. How did you hear about me or how did you hear about the Georgia Green Project? You indicate that you understand that being a soul sister or soul brother is a barter agreement. You understand that that barter agreement includes one virtual meeting and one on-site meeting per month through October 31st. I might have said November 15th, but that date was changed to October 31st. What you see on the registration form is the correct information. You understand that those on-site meetings will include photos and or videos to document the progress of your garden, right? What you are in what year of growing with me? I don't think anyone receiving this video is in their first year. If you were part of the 2023 cohort, then this would be your second year. Most of you that are receiving this it's going to be your second or your 3 years or more. What are the basic five? Okay, so the basic five are in your it's in the workbook. So if you are a soul sister, soul brother, you should have the basic five primer, the workbook. Look it up, look it in there, look it up. Uh this next statement has to do with how, if you understand, if you miss three um cancellations may result in a pause in services. That's just a nice way of saying that if I have three no shows, no calls, I don't know where you are, then we just won't be able to continue the agreement. That's not a big deal. That's, you understand, everybody that I'm leaving this video for understands business. What are the three components of a community of practice? That is also in your workbook. If you don't have a workbook, you can find out what the three components of a community practice are on YouTube. Will your site visits be at home or at a community garden? Check all that apply. That just means that if I did have one client who she had a plot at the community garden and I was actually coaching her at home. What is the one word? What is one word that you feel about your garden adventure so far? Whatever that word is, excited, bored, scared, happy, whatever it is, just, I'll be asking that question at the end of every call. This just to help you be mindful, about your gardening adventure. All right. So you will receive this. The link for this application is in the same email that you received this video in. Okay. So that needs to be returned to me by no later than April 3rd, whatever the last day of April is. I think this, I'll say April 30th. I don't know why I didn't have that in my notes. So April 30th. Yeah, I'll let y'all. I'll give you till April 30th to get the application form back to me, but I won't be able to keep any appointments or anything until after I get the form back. So I guess I should tell you to get the form back to me as soon as possible. Like that's when you are officially in the program. All right. So let me close that and let me go back to scheduling. What am I talking about? What does she mean? This is what you'll see. Your monthly planning. Every month, we'll spend 30 minutes or less talking about what I'm going to do when we meet again. If you are in 810 zip code, when we meet again will be when I come to your growth site. You probably would have had some type of homework. I'm calling it homework, some type of research, something that we probably both had agreed to do for when we come together for this monthly planning meeting. Schedule these as far in advance as you can. If whatever it is, every third Thursday at 2 o'clock, just whatever it is that works for you, choose something. It's only 30 minutes. If it has to be on your lunch break at work, that you'll be there. Let's do it. If you have access to and there's different ways we can Google Meet, we can WhatsApp. I think it gives me a Zoom option for that virtual meeting. Okay. Then your monthly pampering, your on-site meeting. If you are in 810, I'm actually going to come to your growth site. If you are not in 810, I will we will do the meeting virtually. So if you have an Android phone, we can video that way. We can use the WhatsApp. We can use I guess if you can use Zoom on your phone or Google Meet on your phone, you just need to be able to, you'll see the options when you schedule the appointment on how you want to do that. All right, so that's it. That's all I want to say at this point. I may think of some more things that I'll write in the body of the email, but I just wanted to get you all started. I want everybody to, some people have not made their consultation yet, and I need everybody to plan their March, or I shouldn't say the date, but your virtual planning and your site assessment appointments need to happen right away. They need to happen before the end of April at the latest. But I will not be meeting with you before I get your registration form. So, registration form as soon as possible. Get your virtual planning and your first monthly pampering is what you're going to see. Your first monthly pampering. Get those on the books right away. And then if you're able to schedule your additional monthly planning and your additional monthly pampering, do that. All right. If you have any questions, respond to this email, text me, call me. You all know me personally. Everyone that's receiving this video 2026, I'm not working with anyone that I don't know this year. All right. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I look forward to growing with you. Talk with you soon.